I'd like to call to order this meeting, the regularly scheduled August 17th meeting of the Board of Commissioners. We will begin with the invocation led by County Manager Lance Metzler, and our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by School Board Member Philip Butler. If everyone's able, please rise.
Me in prayer. God of power, might, wisdom, and justice, through your authority is rightfully administered, laws are enacted, and judgment is decreed. Assist with providing your spirit of counsel and resilience to our Board of Commissioners and other government leaders of Rockingham County. They always seek the ways of righteousness, justice, and mercy. Grant that they may be enabled by your powerful protection to lead our county with honesty and integrity. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Everybody would face the flag, render appropriate salute, and repeat with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And thank you, Mr. Metzler. That brings us to item 4 on our agenda, which is our recognition. I will turn it over to you, Mr. Metzler.
Boy, there we go. Thank you. So it's an honor and a privilege to be able to recognize a special individual today. Debbie McGuire. She has worked with social services for 32 years. She started in Caswell County in July of 1994 as a social work trainee. Debbie was hired at Rockingham County in May of 2006 as the DSS program manager and has held various roles in DSS over the years. She finished her career as the assistant director of Department of Social Services. She has an unwavering commitment to serving others. Debbie was a mentor and a source of immeasurable knowledge. She has a knack of numbers and is known as the spread queen. This skill made her an instrumental part of the department's annual budget process. Debbie's always been a very dedicated health and human services professional. She has patience, empathy, and compassion for citizens, staff, and others. I often call Debbie when I receive calls about DSS issues, and I knew that when I called her, she would take care of it. I called her, no calls back. She handled it always very professionally and with respect, so I really do appreciate all those years I've called you, begged you to call people back. She is a great problem solver and a voice of reason. Debbie very much deserves the Order of the Longleaf Pine. I hope she enjoys her retirement, camping at the lake with her happy place and spending time with family. So again, congratulations. It is an honor to be able to have the board present this honor to you. So, board, if you would please join. Debbie, you and your family.
Yes, sir.
Wherever you want to be.
Jump right in here.
We'll get behind y'all.
No, you jump right in here. Come on, get on in here. Right now. Jump right in here.
All right, everybody ready? All right, 1, 2, 3. Don't move on me. A couple more. 1, 2, 3.
We got more pictures coming.
All right, smile.
So, Debbie, I'd just like to extend my gratitude for being able to serve with you on the Health and Human Services Board. You were always a wealth of knowledge and a great help to everybody there. So please, if there's anything you'd like to say, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
It is hard to put into words what this means. I recognize how important this award is, but I owe it to the folks that I work with at Social Services. This is not just a job. This is something that we do because it's who we are. So this doesn't just represent my career, but this represents all the people that I've been working with who have helped me grow, who I've worked alongside, and we've done some very difficult things, and I think we did it very well. So I do appreciate this recognition, but what I appreciate more than that is that something that was so important to me, which was serving other people, has apparently made a difference to other folks and made an impact. And that's what's so meaningful about this. So I do appreciate everything the commissioners have done for all of us at Social Services over the years. We couldn't have accomplished the things without your support. And our county manager, thank you for always being there. Our Health and Human Services Director, I saw him. Derek, thank you so much. But it is truly an honor, and I do appreciate it very much. Thank you. DSS staff, come up here, please. I would love for them to be.
She's the star.
Yes, that's my name.
We need to get out this one.
Oh, we want all the DSS people to come up.
I know it's parking, so. Come on. I like my.
These are my feet.
Come on, then, you jump in here and get that.
No, it's gonna come in there, please. These are the people that really make it happen.
1, 2, 3. Stay put for me. 1, 2, 3. One more, hold on. Y'all are perfect, but I wasn't, so that's the problem.
Thank you.
You doing all right? Good. Hey. Yes.
I need to get you to sign this.
4 years. And counting.
3 years and 8 months.
Golly. Trust me, I'm on that.
You on the short road?
Yeah.
That takes us to item 5, which is the approval of the August 17th, 2029 agenda. Gentlemen, you've had several days to look over this. Do we have any amendments, or do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Richardson,
Second.
second by Commissioner Hall. All in favor? Aye. Next, we have our consent agenda. Items on the consent agenda are considered to be non-controversial in nature. If you have any questions about anything on the consent agenda, please reach out to the county manager's office. With that, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Callum. Second by Commissioner Richardson. All in favor? Aye. That takes us to item 8, our public hearing with Mr. Adam Barr, Senior Planner. If you,
Public comment.
oh, sorry. Item 7, public comment. My apologies. First, we have signed up tonight Ms. Pamela Drews. If you please approach the podium for us.
Yes.
The public comment period shall be for the purpose to allow members of the public to present any matter pertaining to county business or items on the Board of Commissioners' agenda. Remarks should be addressed directly to the Board of Commissioners and not to staff, the audience, or media. The chairperson did open the public comment period. Any person who wishes to speak shall approach the podium and speak from, not speak from his or her seat. Each speaker shall clearly state his or her name and physical address when he or she approaches the podium. Each citizen shall be allotted 3 minutes. Your time will be displayed on the monitor in front of you. The clock will start with 3 minutes. You will hear a beep at 1 minute to alert you to wrap up your comments. Public speakers will not be allowed to campaign for public office, promote private business ventures, or use language of a personal nature which insults or demeans any person or which, when directed at a public official, is not related to his or her official duties. The Board of Commissioners may accept written comments in lieu of oral statements. Written statements can be delivered to the county manager's office. Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Ms. Drews, it's your pleasure.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Pam Drews. My address is 1530 Paw Paw Road, Stoneville. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about population. As you know, I'm coming to you once a month to talk to you about the elderly. I speak for the elderly. Here's my once a month. First of all, I want to remind you about the invitation that I mentioned last month about coming to hear some candidates that are running for office. Sam Page will be presenting August 26th here in the office, here at 9 o'clock. My goal tonight is to bring your attention to the growth in the population heading our way. According to Bob Cleveland, Aging Program Director for the Piedmont Tri-Regional Council, North Carolina is on track to surpass the populations of both Georgia and Ohio to become the 7th largest state in the United States by 2030. This statement is from the U.S. Census. According to the U.S. Census, North Carolina was ranked the 11th most populous state in 2000. Between 2010 and 2020, North Carolina grew at a rate of 9.5%. We are growing faster. Estimates for people 65 and over in the year 2025 was 18.9%. People older than 80 were not listed in this document. Kristen Brown, her website, Moving to North Carolina 336, lists reasons people are moving to North Carolina. Areas new buyers look for are their vocations, travel, which means commuting to and from their jobs, climate, and economy. If for lack of other evidence, look at the Buc-ee's that's being built on 40. You know they've done their research before moving here. My concern is for the aging. Would you please look at the maps that I gave you? The first map, if you will look, and I hope it's easy to see, it is the general population. This is the year 2000, and there's not much change between 2000 and 2010, but if you look at 2020, you see the population. The scary part is if you look at the population of the elderly. This was in 2000, and you see there was some growth in 2010, but look at the population in 2020 of just the elderly. Now, the comment that I want to make is that the elderly are not moving to the cities. They're moving to the rural, they are here in the rural areas. It is my concern for them. With this growth comes many concerns, and we need to consider. Let's not wait until the problems are here. Let's look to the future for ways to prepare for the aging population. We're attracting more and more adults. Was that my last minute? Sorry. Okay, I'll stop right there. But as I go back to my seat, I'm just going to say, just one thing. I hope, remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Drews.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
Mr. Chair, can we attach these to the minutes when they're published?
Yes, sir. Mr. Vice Chair has made a request that we attach these maps to the minutes, please. Next, we have up to signed to speak Ms. Gwen Lance.
I have maps too.
Okay, great.
Make sure I'm not giving away any secrets. Good evening. My name is Gwen Lance, and I live at 430 Neal Road. My husband and I moved to the country in 1993. We came here because he was born and bred on a farm and needed space to survive. I'm here tonight to speak about the pending rezoning of Dalton Farm located at 1329 Ellisburg Road. I have two questions tonight. One, my understanding is that the seller and the buyer are requesting this property be rezoned from residential RA to RM CD, with conditions allowing reduced setbacks of 20 feet in front and rear and 5 on the sides. My question for the county commissioners, if this zoning If this rezoning allows 6,000 square foot lots with minimal setbacks and a portion of the property lies within the flood zone, what specifically would prevent the developer from ultimately building 3,000 homes on the property? I believe the county needs to clearly understand and clearly communicate what limits are actually in place before approving this rezoning. Secondly, the planning staff finds the requested zoning and amendment consistent with the intent and description of G2 land class in Rockingham County Comprehensive Land Use Plan and future land use map, and therefore recommends approval. However, when I looked closely at the 2040 plan, Dalton Farm appears to be primarily G1, with less than 1% of the property in G2. I have prepared a packet for each of you that includes the relevant maps, along with a chart showing the major approved housing developments between Highway 65 and Gold Hill Road. Nearly all of these developments are designated G3 in the 2040 plan, with the exception of Bennett Farm, which includes both G3 and G2. My question is, if Dalton Farm is overwhelmingly designated G1 on the 2040 future land use map, what specifically supports the planning staff's conclusion that the rezoning is consistent with G2 designation? Thank you for your consideration. I hope you vote against this rezoning of Dalton Farm.
Thank you for your comments, Ms. Lance. Just so everybody is aware, the property owner has requested that public hearing for that rezone be moved until October the 19th. So just so everybody knows, we'll be doing an advertisement for that, but the property owner has requested to delay that so they can gather more information based on comments that were made at the planning board meeting. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Next, we have Mr. Michael Jordan. Mr. Jordan, I just have a question for you. You have topic Highway 14. Did you want to speak in the public comment, or did you want to speak under the public hearing?
I didn't think Highway 14 was covered by anything other than today.
Well, you come on up then. And if you could just state your name and address, please.
R. Michael Jordan, 439 Cascade Avenue, Eden, North Carolina. And I'm coming here to talk to you about the fact that they are discussing building a medium between Reidsville and Eden on Highway 14, and how this is supposed to make things safer. I don't agree with that. I think as many deer and wildlife that we have around here, statistically, mediums have a tendency to catch animals and confuse them. Yeah, animals being stuck in the road is a sure sign of having more accidents. Also, it's a several-year project, and with those projects going on, you'll have closures for roads, you have new traffic, you have quick stops. That in itself, according to the internet, causes about a 50% increase in accidents as well. So those two things, on top of everything else, if the DOT wanted to spend millions of dollars in several years, they could always find, like, fixing the potholes or going through the gravel roads that we have and making them regular roads instead of messing with what I think is a perfectly fine highway. And that's all, and thank y'all for listening to me. So.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan. And that brings us.
Be in the minutes?
I'm sorry?
Can my maps be in the minutes?
Yes, ma'am. We will add your maps to the minutes, no problem. And that concludes our list of people signed up for public comment. That takes us to item 8, our public hearing with Senior Planner Adam Barr.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. Before us tonight is zoning planning case 2026-11. This is coming to us as a request to go from neighborhood commercial conditional to residential agriculture. The PIN numbers for the record is 7988 720-929326 and 7998-0301-2852, and they're located at 4250 and 4220 NC Highway 14. And this is coming to us as a conventional rezoning. So as always, when we're particularly looking at that zoning district that it would be going to, we'd be looking at all of the potential uses in that RA zoning district. The planning board did hear this at their last meeting and voted unanimously for approval. As you can see here, this is going to be on 14, kind of directly in between Wentworth and Eden. And then taking a look at the zoning map on this one, we do have a few small individual parcels that have some commercial districts, some light industrial, but for the most part, this area is mostly going to be residential agriculture with a little bit of residential protected in the area as well. Taking a look at our aerial map, pretty much most of this area is going to be categorized as wooded, undeveloped properties, as well as a few larger lot single-family residential properties. And this is going to be located in our O2 land class or our rural lands transect, and this land class is mostly going to be calling for residential agriculture as well. So with that, I'd be happy to take any questions that the board may have at this time.
Gentlemen, do we have any questions for Mr. Barr at this time?
I do.
Commissioner Berger.
When was it rezoned to neighborhood commercial?
I believe it was 2017, but let me double check that. Yep, 2017.
Okay. And as far as, I believe it went through TRC at one point, and some conditions may have been discussed at that time. Is that right?
I don't believe it made it to TRC. That usually kind of comes a little bit after. But at the time, I do think it was some conditions on it as well. I'm actually not quite sure what those conditions are off the top of my head, unfortunately.
If I could interject, it did go to TRC.
Okay.
The owner or the prior plan was to build a commercial building about 5,000 square feet.
Okay.
And during the TRC review, which as you know, but for the members of the public, TRC, you have Duke Power looks at the property. The DOT looks at it, the schools look at it, infrastructure is considered as far as water, sewer. Anyway, but when it went to TRC, that basically killed the project. One of the things at the time was the owner would have to put in a deacceleration lane on that southbound side of 14.
Okay.
And so that killed the project. So, you know, just for folks who were thinking rezoning is the end all, TRC has a lot to say on these matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, excuse me.
That's where I was with it. And so thank you, Commissioner Hall.
All right, well, with that, we will open the public hearing. Is the applicant here wishing to speak?
He's here, but he's here digitally.
Here digitally, okay.
Yes.
Well, let me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Give me just 1 second here. So I will open the public hearing, and the applicant will have up to 15 minutes to speak on the proposal. Go ahead, sir, if you identify yourself for us.
Awesome. My name is Cameron Schultz, representative of Generation Family Properties, LLC. We are the applicant. So I guess basically we found this property, let me take a step back here. So currently we're under contract to buy these two parcels plus the acreage back behind it for a total of plus or minus about 33 acres. And so I guess the goal with the property is to split it up into 2 residential tracts for homestead use. Each would be 15 acres, more or less. Access would be shared off of the existing road entry there, but obviously I do know that we'll have to go through TRC as well. What else? Basically, so we are a Minnesota company, so we are out of state. But we are rapidly expanding into North Carolina and kind of the Piedmont region, building larger acreage home sites for residential purposes. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got. Perk tests are completed, suitable for 2 houses. Survey is currently underway. And yeah, I would open the door to any questions of either the planning board, or sorry, the Board of Commissioners or the public.
Gentlemen, do we have any questions for the applicant? All right, thank you very much, sir. And with that, I will close the applicant's speaking time. We had no one signed up to speak on this issue. Is there anyone here that wishes to speak on this matter? Okay, with that, I will close the public hearing. Gentlemen, do we have any further questions for Mr. Barr? If not, I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner
I
Hall.
move that we accept the proposal as presented.
Motion by Commissioner Hall for approval. Second by Commissioner Berger. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, sir, for being with us digitally.
Appreciate it. It was great meeting you guys all in person last month, but yeah, nice to not have to fly out.
And Mr. Barr, that you can take us to the next case here.
Yeah, so next up for us tonight is a UDO text amendment to make some updates to our flood damage prevention ordinance. Just as a bit of a refresher, our flood damage prevention ordinance, or like our floodplain ordinance, a lot of this is used to regulate designated FEMA floodways. So areas along creeks, streams that have a higher propensity to flood. FEMA designates those, comes out with regulations for them, and then we adopt a lot of those regulations to essentially require new structures built in those areas to be built safely, to allow for free-flowing move of water through them to hopefully cause less damage to homes in the event of a flood. And this helps qualify individual property owners for things like flood insurance and things of that nature. So FEMA has made a few updates that they've asked us to make. Some of them are pretty simple. As you can see here at the bottom of the screen, these are really just going to be some updates to our references to general statute. On our next slide here, this is kind of the main reason why we were doing this. They have updated some of their maps and what mostly needed local areas to update the date reference to that. So we've updated the date. They've also kind of allowed us to have some updated text there to say, and any revision there too. So hopefully we don't have to make this kind of update in the future. And as we just go along, it can just kind of auto update. And then just kind of while we were at it, they've also made some adjustments to the names of some of their forms that are important that we reference quite a bit through our ordinance. So we went ahead and made those updates as well. But other than that, I think this one's pretty straightforward. If y'all have any questions about it, I'd be happy to answer them.
Gentlemen, do we have any questions for Mr. Barr at this point?
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Hall.
I would just like to make the comment, when the UDO was put in place, we said at the time that this would be a living document. It would be changed on a regular basis as needs arose. And this seems to be a normal run-of-the-mill change just due to changes in the federal regulations. Is that right?
That's absolutely correct, sir.
Very good.
All
Thank
right.
you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir. With that, I will open the public hearing. We have no one signed up to speak on this matter. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak on this? All right. With that, I will close the public hearing. And gentlemen, I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I motion recommend approval of this text amendment based on the consistency determination statements that are included in the agenda packet. They be amended during the text amendment process.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Callan, second by Commissioner Hall. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Barr.
Thank you.
New business. Mr. Metzler, do we have any new business this evening?
No, sir.
That will take us to item 10, Commissioner comments. I will begin with Commissioner Callan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to thank everybody who came tonight in attendance, and you showing that you support and come here to be a part of what goes on, and I appreciate that. That's all I have, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Callan. Commissioner Berger.
Just once again, want to congratulate Ms. Debbie McGuire and appreciate everything that she has contributed to the county She's certainly going to be missed upon retirement, and those ladies have put a lot of time in, a lot of time together, and appreciate everything that they do. Also want to thank Interim Sheriff Billy Parker for things that he is doing. He's actively spending time in the jail, looking for improvements in the jail, and certainly that is appreciated. Thank you.
Commissioner Richardson.
Well, I have at least one similar comment. I've noticed what the interim sheriff has been doing, and he's been active in counter-drug operations and is seeking other examples of how better operate the jail, and I think that's very useful. I appreciate both of our speakers there. Pam, we've been well aware, at least I've been well aware, I think my colleagues as well, about our aging population. Almost 1 in 4 of us is over 65, and it has to be a major consideration. It certainly has got my attention for things as mundane as tax rates, but if most of these people are on fixed salaries, so I appreciate you bringing that up. And our still teaching, Mrs. Lance, thank you. Those are valid points that you're bringing up, and I assure you that we've got people looking at those to get the straight skinny on it, and so we can make as good a decision as we can. And in general, thanks to all the folks that came here. Debbie McGuire has always been a pleasure to work with. It's been efficient, has made good things happen in this county, I believe, for 32 years, and certainly deserves a recognition. I'd also like to recognize one of our workers in social services, in inspections, and that's Kristen Norwood. Most of you might have noticed that it's been rather warm lately. Well, if you enjoy going to the pool in warm weather, she is primarily responsible for those inspection of public facilities and has volunteered to make sure those inspections were done in a timely manner and keep them open. She served us for 5 years in inspection and has done a great job. So our thanks to Kristen Norwood for being such a good employee. Mr. Chair, that's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner Richardson. Commissioner Hall.
Mr. Chair, thank you again. I'd like to thank Debbie McGuire for her service to the community. Congratulations. Tonight, I'd like to recognize the elected leaders we had in attendance tonight. We've got Mr. Jason Wood, Eden City Council member. Thank you for being here. We also have Philip Butler, Rockingham County Board of Education. Thank you for being here tonight, Philip. We appreciate your interest in attendance. With that, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Hall. I, too, would like to extend my gratitude and best wishes to Ms. Debbie McGuire. When I came onto the board and began serving on the Integrated Health and Human Services Board, Debbie was a fountain of knowledge and information and wisdom, and she helped me a lot with understanding how things operate from her department. So I hope you enjoy your retirement, and congratulations on the order of the Longleaf Pond. I would also like to help spread the word. Rockingham County DSS will have foster parent training Saturday, August the 29th from 9 to 4. If you would like more information about this, you can reach out at 336-342-1394. We are still in desperate need of foster families. With that, our next meeting will be September the 8th at 6:30 here in the Commissioners' Chambers, and I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Hall.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Callum. All in favor? Aye. We stand adjourned.